He's back, everybody, with Mid-10Listens, episode number 84. I'm Brett Campbell from Middle Tennessee Music. We've got 5, maybe even 6 tunes lined up tonight. A special one, something new. We're going to review a theme song for what you may as well call it a television show, so that might be kind of neat. And before we get going, I want to deliver a little bit of pretty much breaking news reported by hiphopearly.com and ABC Channel 10 out of San Diego. Tiny Do, Brandon Duncan, who has no criminal record, could be charged under a weird California law that was passed in 2000 due to his music. That's right, due to his music. You see, the cat has made very clear in his rap music his gang affiliations. And now it's possible that he's going to be charged as an accessory to murder because of murders committed by those gangs and his admitted affiliations in his music. Another step where, man, things are going a little too far and a little too weird, if you ask me. So you can hear all about that on hiphopearly.com. Rapper Tiny Do. That's pretty crazy stuff, if you ask me. And so...
can we interject at this moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to be charged on the lyrics of his song?
Yeah.
TC, you want to interject on that? I don't know.
Well, I've been watching some of the music industry and stuff. This situation with this hip hop artist is one where just by lyrics of saying, yeah, at one point I was part of this gang, but was he there with the gang when this happened?
Yeah, really.
The basic laws are you have to have some kind of proof before you go charging somebody. You have to have, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, guilty by association doesn't really work in that case.
According to the article here, the law they're using here was passed in 2000 by the California voters. It allows for the prosecution of gang members if they benefit from crimes committed by other gang members, and the state is arguing that Duncan's gang status helped him sell albums. He's the first person to be tried under the law since 2000. That's nearly 15 years. This week, a judge will decide if the case, which involves 9 shootings and carries with it penalties of up to life in prison, will go to trial. His attorney says it's shocking. He has no criminal record. Nothing in his lyrics say go out and commit a crime. Nothing in his lyrics references these shootings, yet they're holding him liable for conspiracy. Wow, it's crazy stuff. Let's do our introductions and move the show on along. I wanted to mention that. I knew it was going to blow a few minds. That's freaking craziness.
That's ridiculous.
New faces and old faces tonight, and some faces that have been gone for a while and come back. This is fantastic. I love it. With us over in Kansas, we have June Gall, one of the most loving music lovers on the internet. We have J.T. Hollis from the great state of Indiana, great country musician, got a song in the #1 slot on I know the name of the radio group. Give us the name of the radio group there, JT.
Riverhead Radio.
Riverhead Radio. TC Dean, music producer over in Japan, is with us. It's good to have him back. And go ahead, sir.
My company name is Tiny Bird Productions. I do live and location sound and stuff. So
live location sound and stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff too. His Shearer is jolly old England. We didn't get to what part of England he's from. Actually, we'll do that here in a minute. He's got an XRP radio. Need to check that out. Good stuff. Glad to have you with us, Tiz. First time with us and working mobile with the SoundCloud playlist. We'll see how it goes. I hope we can make it work well for you. Christine DeGraff with My Music Hangout is back with us again. It's been a couple of weeks. Glad to have you back with us, darling.
Glad to be here.
And we have Brian the Duckman Dotson, and he's over in Iowa, and Super Floaties down here in the chat. What the heck? They messed me up. E23 Sound is Brian's production company. And last but not least, certainly not least, Aaron Young, who has Hangout Records on Google Plus, supporting musicians all over the internet. Aaron, thanks. I think you might have missed 1 week, if that. Appreciate everything.
Absolutely. Glad to be here. Ready to listen to some music.
Let's do that. And I think everybody should have their list ready. Everything's over on SoundCloud this week, so that makes it easy. Thank you very much, SoundCloud. Thank you to the musicians who are using SoundCloud. Our first group that we're going to hear tonight is 10 Ton Man. And let's see what I've got here on them.
You're not talking about me, are you?
A home, I didn't say it. A home run hit is what you can expect from 10 Ton Man. The trio blends their music together with archetypal Americana vocals, a multitude of electric guitar effects, and subtle upright bass to hold the bottom end. And oh, that sounds cool. I'm looking forward to it. Drumming by Paul Triff. And we have their song Dearly pulled up over here on the SoundCloud list. And if you guys are ready, let's hit play.
Interesting opening.
Hurl my heart. You're the traitor in the dark. You're just doing what you do best. Shaking up my world, a pretty
I like the opening.
mess. Disappointed every day.
That's really nicely sleazy.
Does Leonard Cohen come to mind, anybody?
Dearly.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Hey, big star.
Yeah.
Remember me. I'm the guy who got you where you are. In more ways.
Postmodern Lou Reed meets Tom Waits.
I carry the burden for what you've done.
Say that with a smile on your face.
Disappointed every day. Someone's gonna have to pay. Dearly.
Just get a picture of the singer. Glass of bourbon in one hand.
Love that B3 in the background.
Yeah, the B3 is really ridiculous. He said a glass of bourbon, top hat, singing into the mic. Leonard Cohen style.
Beautiful B3 in the background, too. See, I gotta agree with this.
Good ears.
Such a pretty mess. I'm gonna have to put a stop to
I like those clean single coils with the tubes and reverb.
sweet, I must admit.
This takes you back to the southern crossroads.
All of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's selling their soul right there.
You're making the reference to
love-
Robert Johnson.
What I'm hearing, this is a really good, strong example of LCR mixing. I mean, the idea of the image here is the left, right, center.
Oh, yeah.
Very well separated. Yeah, this is sweet.
Cause of all this shame. Know the guilt you have denied. Know the person you tried to hide. Such a pretty mess. I'm gonna have to put a stop to this. Revenge is sweet, I must
simplicity of the lyrics make them stick immediately in your head. By the second verse, you're already singing along with the song the first time you hear it.
I love the multiple transitions through the song.
Yeah. But the as I was mentioning before, that LCR mixing. Most people might not know what that means, but when you're dealing with certain instrumentations, you're hard left, hard right, and center image.
That's one thing I was really picking up in my headphones was, you're hearing one here and one here, and then you're hearing one like right, between your eyeballs. And that was really cool. I mean, the song caught me right from the beginning, just with the intro. You sit there and it just makes your mind go, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the multiple changes in the feel of the music throughout the song was really, really cool. I enjoyed it.
It was hot, sexy.
The mixing was ridiculously strong with the LCR, but it was nice to hear different transitions between each thing rather than it being annoyingly drab. I find that kind of song can just drag on for ages unless you do something slightly different at each point with it.
Well, I keep going back to Leonard Cohen, but there's a song by Leonard Cohen called "That Don't Make It Junk," and I swear it sounded pretty close to what that song sounded like. That was interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty good comparison here, and
Lou Reed, Tom Waits,
I'm kind of
Cohen.
I'm kind of.
You lost for words there?
Yeah, it happens every now and then.
Well, let's get on to the rating on this one.
I'm going to jam that one. I'm straight up. I'm night off jamming at the red light.
I hear a movie soundtrack all over this.
When does movie soundtrack man, I've got midnight, clear skies, stars in the sky, a little bit of moonlight over there, maybe the moon.
It's a revenge song. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, and I'm taking her. That's like taking her down to the river, and
Right after he just got done burying her.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Mama from the Train.
That's a good old fashioned dark ass ballad, and I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna jam it at the red light.
Yeah, I like it.
This one's a keeper.
June's got her hand up.
Well, I'm doing this and nobody's listening, so I thought I'd use the hand up. Gadget. And anyway, I love this. What brought to mind to me was, it's funny somebody should say dragged down by the river. It brought to mind to me somebody walking along with a bottle of rum, whiskey, or some high-end drink, top shelf, with a head down, dragging the feet, taking a suck every once in a while along the side of a canal underneath a bridge. I mean, that's what it brought to mind to me. That's the picture it brought to me. Somebody who's gone through something and he's planning this revenge. But dragging, he's bringing the sorrow along with it as well. I just loved it. I thought it was a real...
Is he wearing a tux too?
Well, the under the bridge brings up every troll that's ever been in existence.
It's wet songs. I mean, it don't matter,
Now we're back to that. What's the rating, June?
I'm going to blast it out at the red light.
Christine, we haven't really changed the ratings, although we did slip in. I got caught dancing between the tablet track and the red lights. So and Tiz, let's see. I think this is your first time here. Our rating system is we'll go from the top down. The top rating would be I'm jamming it at the red light. Windows are down. The stereo is cranked up, pissing off all the neighbors. Below that, the fourth level rating would be I got caught dancing. Maybe you're cleaning the house or whatever. Really enjoying the track all by yourself, and you got caught with it. Right in the middle, stashed on the tablet for private enjoyment at whatever moment. Our second level rating would be only on chick flick night And it probably refers more to a frequency of listening than it can refer to when you might listen to it too. All of this is real subjective, and the lowest rating we ever give out is don't even let the dog download it.
I'm going with Jim at the red light. So
I'm actually stashing it on my iPad because to me the feel of the song and everything, it's one of those songs that I wouldn't listen to all the time, but there are occasions where that song would just fit the mood perfectly.
Sure would.
I'd say the same. Stash it on the iPad because it's definitely a mood song. Definitely a mood song. A pretty. It feels like a champagne lifestyle gone wrong.
It's kind of what
It does.
Yep.
That's the best description I've heard of anything all day.
Champagne lifestyle gone wrong.
We have a saying in
I
the
was
U.S.
saying
We have a
no
saying
What
in the
about
US.
it, Aaron?
I'm just gonna go with my Leonard Cohen reference, and I'm gonna jam it at the red light. Love Leonard Cohen. I love the sounds that this song brings out. He's definitely been an influence, and hopefully he's been an influence in this tune. But yeah, that's a cool tune, and I'm gonna jam it at the red light.
Wow.
Yeah.
We started the night off with some great ratings, and I kind of cut TC off, but I wanted to get over to you. Well, where were you headed, TC? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to come back at Tiz there with in the U.S. aside from the English phrases he's going to be throwing at us all night. In the U.S. we say that you have champagne taste on a Pepsi Cola budget.
Or a beer budget.
Beer budget.
No, you can't even afford the beer.
Beer's cheaper than
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Well, it depends on the beer that you drink. It really depends on the beer that you drink.
Well, that's why I was saying top shelf. Top shelf liquor. Because it's a high life kind of.
Well, I think if he's dragging his feet down by a
Yeah.
canal, he's not going to be drinking the top shelf liquor. He's gonna
Well, no, because some of these places. I mean,
Good picture. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was sent over. Beatrice at Effective immediately sent that over for us. 10-Ton Man's song Dearly. And it's 10tonman.com for the website, or find them on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and all the other good spots. Thanks, guys, for sending that over. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with a very special edition for this week's show. This episode of Mid-Ten-Listens Live is brought to you by Hangout Records, showcasing the musicians of Google Plus in open mic style hangouts on air. Thanks again to our sponsors, Hangout Records. Thanks to Dusty Bradshaw for the cool coffee cup. And we're back. We've got something neat lined up. Last week, Ian Foltz joined us on the show, and he was hoping to be here tonight, but got called kind of on an emergency, you've got to film tonight thing. But Ian's got a show called Zug the Friendly Orc, which is a cartoon, and it's an anti-bullying show. Pretty neat stuff. I've seen it and got to say, I like Zug. Zug's a cool character. Ian wondered what we would think of his theme song for the show, and so we got our very first specific review for a children's show theme song. Music was written by John Brown, and the lyrics were written by Grant Schmidt. It's based on the character Zug the Friendly Orc, created by Ian Foltz. And so I think we've all got it loaded on our tablet, and I'll get my information out of the way so I can see our pretty faces nodding and smiling there. And if you guys are ready, we're going to listen to the theme song for a show, and we're supposed to let Ian know what we think about it. Let's hit play.
Come with me, I'll tell you a tale of a magical land far away. A fella who's grand always lending a hand, Zug the Friendly Orc. Never deceiving, he's always believing that help will masses the way. Raised by the gnomes of love in their homes, Zug the Friendly Orc.
He has a way to make you smile.
He's got the right genre. Good Irish dig.
Pixie dust, they'll have adventures and gnomish
So
ways.
let's go see where they mighten up next, a mountain, a forest, or sea. We'll go on our cresses, that's when they like best, Zug the Friendly Orc.
Pixie just invaded my left ear or my right ear over there. Who was she?
I don't know who she was. It doesn't tell me who she was.
All of a sudden, there's this pixie blowing dust in my right ear over here. And it's like, wait, who are you?
I thought it was so cute. I loved it.
What I liked about it was the fact that, not everybody was perfectly in time. It sounded like a large group of orcs that were singing this. It wasn't, staccato and everything else. It was really nice. Sounded like a large group. And Lord knows you get large groups.
Drunk Orcan cacophony.
There you go.
I would have liked to heard them just a little tighter as a group, just a touch, because the lyric was a little hard to pick out.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It could have been recorded.
But that's my only complaint about it. That's really cool. I mean, he's hit the right kind of sounds to attract the audience. He's got the right wording. It's a cool little melody.
I think it could be a little louder. The mix could be a little louder.
The mix could be a little louder.
I can imagine kids driving their parents crazy singing that song.
I can imagine driving my kids crazy singing that song.
It sounds like it was recorded on an old 4-track tape recorder.
Well, Tiz was sitting there going crazy just listening to it. So, he's got the right thing going on.
Yeah.
To start off, it was just completely unexpected, and I had that what the moment. But it sounds like I was in the middle of Wales. That's the only way that I can put it. It sounds like I was in the middle of Wales with the majority of my family. I am Welsh. Shh, don't tell anyone. With the Cardiff National Choir deciding to do an Irish jig at me just to add the entirety of the UK into the mix. That was astonishing.
Oh wow!
Oh,
somebody, Pete, you got a message there, dude.
Yeah, sorry about the ding.
I'm
perfect time because it added emphasis.
Wales.
Somebody's
At
calling.
least he wasn't referring to the large amphibian species of whales.
Yeah.
Amphibian?
I don't know. I mean, if we're in the midst of a group of large whales, what would that sound like?
I thought they were
If we were
mammals.
singing this song.
I didn't mean.
A group of large whales singing this song. Now, that would be
I think you got the wrong idea of Wales. It's just...
Well, hey, I liked it. Like I said earlier, and then he hit the right genre. He was an Irish jig in the middle. I pictured an Irish pub with all of them sitting around going, "Hey," and sharing a pint and talking about the ogre outside.
on old 16 millimeter film. On old 16 millimeter film camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you have the chance to actually sit down and listen to an episode of Zug the Friendly Orc, which Ian sent me a link to it, and I listened to it, and the voices in the intro are perfectly matched with the voices throughout the episode. It fits perfectly. It really does.
Yeah.
Christine just muted, and I was about to call on her. There, she's had this look on her face, like, "What are you guys smoking?"
There's a lot of.
After this, you need to check out a program called In the Night Garden. Right? In this program, one of the theme tunes is Macca Packa, Packy Wacka, Nicka Knocka Noo.
What? Okay.
And they have a little peg men.
A little?
Little.
Mackie Paka Nikanakawu.
We little.
Tell me what about Zug, Christine?
What was that?
What about Zug the Friendly Orc? How did we do as a children's show theme song?
I was thinking I needed a pint, so I don't know about theme song.
What?
I was thinking I needed a pint. Where's the Guinness?
Yeah, I was thinking more like drunken, jolly good time. I don't know about children's theme song.
Well,
No, after having looked after children, I think that will go down perfectly.
I think it'd go pretty well with my kids.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not going to find too many.
It would go okay with the kids and a pint of Fullerton.
Yeah, just hand the kids a pint and they'll be fine. No.
You can have a pint while watching the kids.
Well, I was going to say you're not usually going to find, like 5-year-olds with a pint. But then again, these days, I might have to retract that statement.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. How do you to fit that one into our rating system?
I wouldn't be jamming it at the red light.
I'm going to get caught dancing with it though.
So am I.
It's on the iPad,
and I might get caught dancing on
the
purpose.
device.
I can actually say I've already been caught dancing to it. So
He's guilty.
I'm going to go with TC. I'm stashing it on the iPad.
Just for the fun of it, to listen to it once in a while. Pick your mood up. Yeah.
One of those guilty pleasures.
One of those guilty pleasures. That's it. That's the he caught
It's like Burt Bacharach or something.
I'll stash it on the iPad.
Burt Bacharach.
I'm sorry. I just had to throw that at random. Have a cookie. Will you?
Aaron.
Have a biscuit.
A biscuit.
So there you have it. Zug the Friendly Orc theme song from ELP Projects. And Ian Fultz, man, thanks a lot. That was fun to do, a different kind of thing. And I think we had a good time with it. Good job on the song. And excellent job for a children's anti-bullying campaign or for a good time at the pub.
Ian's quite a character. I wish he could be here tonight because, I mean, if the guy who wrote this song and put it up here, if you have him here in the show, which he was in here the last time we were in here. And
It would have been impossible. We would have had your Japanese accent and Tiz's English and Welsh accent and, and Ian's Canadian business going on and
my redneck.
And JT's redneck.
Well, it's just called cultural diversity.
All right. I like it. We are culturally diverse.
We damn near cultural OD'd last week.
We almost OD'd on culture last week. Ain't that the truth of it? Hey, we wrap around the globe doing this. We're wrapped around the globe. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. This episode of Mid-10 Live is brought to you by MPC Recording Company, the independent label known for empowering artists to understand music as a business and to control their careers. Okay, I think we're back after a long and varied discussion of sundry things that we could do during a commercial break. And we've got our next song lined up over here on our list at SoundCloud. This one comes from Farrah Washington, who's been singing since she was 6 years old. Now 20 and ready to take things to a whole new level. And we have her tune, I Don't Want to Leave, pulled up and ready to go here. So that's all I've got on it. Let's roll with it. Farrah, I Don't Want to Leave. Let's hit play. Oh, good. We were just talking about weird synth intros.
Multiple things building up into the rhythm to create the rhythm before the rhythm actually hits. Hard left over here, a little tiny something, and then over here something until the rhythm develops. Nice.
If your heart was never torn and you had the one you want, so tell me where you're at tonight. I got a feeling that you need my life, and all I need is one more time. I said all you need is one more I need, remedy, baby, yeah. Take me out my skin, 'cause I'm far from being.
It's a really sultry tempo for this.
I'm trapped
And the sub bass mix is incredible.
My heart is full of sores. So tonight I wanna get away. A satellite flight sounds okay. And all I need is you to call my name and tell me that you feel the same.
And the voice is definitely matching the music.
I don't wanna leave.
Oh, the vocal mix is incredible. Good call, JT.
I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna leave.
His voice is very exotic. It's captivating. It's sexy.
I don't wanna leave. 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 I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna leave.
Well, that little rewind was cool.
Say it's up to me, and you don't wanna leave.
McPherson amplifier, magnaplanar speakers,
There you go with that
fireplace,
again.
wine glass. Done.
Well, with Magna Planes, yeah. I'd go with this all day long.
Now I don't wanna go back. Alright. I work too hard to let go, but you ready to roll? Oh no. Stuck in this deep hole, but I guess it's best to let go. No, 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 no. I don't wanna leave. 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 I don't wanna leave.
Sounds like she's reeling from a broken heart.
I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna leave.
I can relate to that.
I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna.
Sorry, I had to mark that as like and repost it.
Hey, hey.
There's some very cool stuff in that mix. I think her voice could stand to be a little more mature, but the mix itself, there's a vocal track that's underneath that's mixed with the synthesizer. And if you listen really carefully, you can hear that it's a voice being run through a convolution reverb. And it starts to become part of that synth track. So you don't really hear the voice, but it is a voice. And there's a lot of left and right stuff happening, really subtle details that are in there that make it a track that could be pushed a little bit farther and make it real production quality. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. I like that one.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Thought it was.
I like
It's a very tasty track. You can kind of tell it's been mastered on a set of KRKs though, because it's just missing that little bit of low end.
Yep.
Not fault.
But
I'd like to hit
that's Fireplace.
that track has been made to be remixed though. You can hear it a mile away. You're waiting. It's a dubstep tempo, for God's sake. You're waiting for it to be like really, really heavy and evil.
Man, that's a good track. I dug it.
I liked it. I really
Wow. I mean, that's
driving.
That's chick flick night material right there. Just on the the subject matter and the greasy, man. It's so greasy. I like it. It's oh wow, just slippery kind of thing. And so that's chick flick night. But I got caught dancing with it too because I mean you got to have a slow dance with that. Grind. You know what I'm saying?
you kind of get this
And then by the end of it, you're out on the hood. So I guess we were jamming it at the red light too. But
Oh,
No
yeah.
complaints with the
It's
mix.
makeout
It sounded
music.
great. It sounded great in my headphones. I can imagine it probably going to sound really, really good on the events. Uh,
That's why I was
like the
saying.
voice. I can't wait to hear what she sounds like at 24.
This should be on speakers, not on headphones.
Yeah,
Exactly. I got to go with both you guys. I can't wait to fire this up on the JBLs. I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go.
I heard
good stuff. Good stuff on my end.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I heard
Her voice could stand a little more maturity in it.
Correct. It could.
She's still young, and you can tell. But if she gets that,
She did the arpeggio down into the lower register there. She's got some
it's not
stuff
the arpeggio stuff. It's
I don't need a bunch of arpeggios. I'm just using it as point of reference. When she dropped down into that lower register, she's got it there. And it very well could have been your engineer or your producer that kept her sound up there and in the upper chest like that.
I'm talking about giving me a little touch of that Vanessa Williams or just a taste of Sade in there somewhere, just to kind of get slick into the video.
I would go that way. Yep. I would go that way. I want to hear a little more Sade.
Give me a taste of that Vanessa Williams thing in there.
A little bit of growl, a little more growl. Just touch. Go down there a little lower.
Earthy. Get some earthy in it.
Yep.
It's definitely
then she matches the music. Then she matches the music.
I gotta say, it's already stuck in my head. I don't know whether that was the over excessive use of 32 bars worth of "I Don't Want to Leave" and then another 32 bars of "I Don't Want to Leave," but it's definitely stuck in my head. It worked.
Was just hand me a bud, and I was going.
Yeah, whatever.
See, I'm kind of lost on this one. I don't know where to go. I liked the music, and Brett, you made a comment during the song that music was nice and sultry. To me, her voice really matched the music with that sultry sound. I liked that part. The multiple repeats of "I Don't Want to Leave" really threw me off. It actually kind of made me disinterested in the song, especially with the fact that it was right in the middle of it. It's like, okay, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Well, I want you to leave that lyric and go somewhere else with it.
I thought you finished the song with "I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave," and I thought it was just going to keep going.
That's what I did too, and I was glad to hear that drop out.
Maybe that's why. Maybe he was telling her to leave. I don't know.
I mean, for me, this is a song that I can honestly say, I like the song. Don't get me wrong, but for me, this is a song that would only be on Chick Flick Night.
Yeah, I thought that was way overused. That twice that long, repetitive lyric. I think she could do better. I think she could, remix that part and do better.
I think she could drop 16 bars off it at least.
Let's put it this way: this is definitely somebody I would go in
at 4.5 minutes. Yeah, she could cut that back quite a bit.
I mean, this is someone that I would definitely go in and check out some of her other music to see what else she has. There's no doubt there. But as far as that song,
yeah, 4.5 minutes of work on the radio.
Any electronica producer would eat that track up in seconds.
Oh yeah, man, there's a lot can be done with that one.
Knock the vocals off that, and it's a billion tracks in itself.
And the hip hoppers and rap cats, man, there's a lot can be done with that angle too.
EDM, hip hop.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Farrah Washington. She's with Extraordinary Folks Music and Management. The song is "I Don't Want to Leave." Website is Farrah Neoteric at Bandcamp. FARAHNEOTERIC, and that's the first time out of Tonight Makes 51 bands we've listened to. So that's the first time I've ever actually spelled a website out for you guys. Good stuff. Appreciate you sending that one over. We look forward to hearing more. And we'll do one more short break and come right back. This episode of Mid-Ten-Listens Live is brought to you by MPC Recording Company, the independent label known for empowering artists to understand music as a business and to control their careers. here we go.
Mine goes to 11.
Tom says if he hears the word spinal tap, he's running the other direction. Fortunately, we will not need a spinal tap for this next one. Frank Viel, I think I've got it right. Frank Viel sent over Easy Money. Frank plays some acoustic electric funk with a shot of pop, rock, and soul, and he says add some rhythm and blues for a chaser. So maybe we're going to go
This guy
around.
sounds like he drinks whiskey.
Maybe we're going to go around the world with this one. Make an old bar reference there. So Easy Money, everybody got it loaded up there on the SoundCloud playlist? Let's hit play. I love that on Broadway kind of rhythm.
Exactly.
I ain't no Elvis, I ain't no James Dean, but I knew what I want, got my heart on my sleeve. I see the pretty maids, they're lining up in a room, waiting up.
What a voice.
Just to see the show. I know. Baby, my heart's grown cold.
Bass could be a little bit fatter.
See this one being a theme to a TV show.
Definitely
show,
TV
movie.
show theme.
Good strat.
Got an apartment on the south side of town, feeling a little blue, so I
Sax in there too. That's nice.
Yeah, you gotta love the horns.
Bit of an early Jackson sound.
Yeah.
I think the vocals were a little more up front. This would be really rocking.
Waiting for midgets to start walking around my room.
I'm gonna get you someday.
Yeah, the lead vocal and the backing track could, and just a little more dead center up frontness.
Yep.
This is bar music.
Good bar music. Makes me feel like Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show tune.
Stroll through the lobby.
TV theme show. This would go definitely be.
Strolling through the lobby, tossing chips out on the tables to all the pretty girls.
Living that thug life.
Sitcom.
I think we're writing a show for him.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Script's already being going in my head.
Every time you push, girl, I fall your way.
Every time you push, I pull your way. I like it.
Modern version of Cheers.
Yep.
I'm gonna get you someday. I'm gonna get you someday.
I like the chord voicing that goes to the backing vocal.
The lead guitar part is beautiful.
All right. I have a definitive description for this.
You've already given 3, so let's hear the
No,
next one.
this is what happens when the backing musicians for a lead artist, the concert's over and they're back in the green room. The lead artist has gone off.
That is,
They're back in their own thing before they start putting all the equipment away. The audience is left, and they just jam, throw something out there, and go with it. And have
Something to work off the steam for the night.
Yeah.
Well, it did
That's
kind of
what
have
this
that
is.
Jackson Brown kind of
Definitely got a Jackson
feel to it.
I
Just
love
like
it.
nobody's watching us. Let's just play something.
Top track, subtle organs, sexy sax, lovely little guitar licks. What more can you want, really? And that vocal, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Wow. Radio
Not
station
like,
in England.
not like
waiting
having
for
a
you.
biscuit, but actual work.
That was wrong. That was wrong on so many levels.
I couldn't help it. Sorry.
You see, you're just mad because you missed it.
I liked it. What it brought to my mind was like a stage show, like in Vegas somewhere. One of those, not quite burlesque, but kind of it could be on that lines. There could be the girls going in the background, doing the dance while the lead singer is up front singing.
Is it okay for?
That's what
let's let the ladies roll with us for a minute.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's kind of
Come on,
sexy,
girls.
but
it is. It's a sexy song.
yeah, it's kind of a sexy song, even for a dude.
So that's what kind of came to my mind.
She's over silent. She's not saying anything.
She's like
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, it was I get what everybody's saying. It's like I felt like the show tunes, cheers, I didn't feel like the vocals stood out enough,
Yeah, I wanted to hear them stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do need to be stronger.
A little more bass, a little more vox. Bring it up.
No.
I don't know. I think his vox is that strong that if you brought it up too much, you'd lose the band. And the band are that good that you don't want to lose the band.
He liking that guitar. The guitar
They are good.
The guitar was nice.
The band's incredible.
It's
the lead guitar was way too far back too, but
yeah, and it kind of over here on the left side.
Yeah, way over here on the left side, or the
You think where they were going for the stage presentation kind of mix with that?
I'm not sure what they were doing.
The
When that lead kicks in,
guitarist is over here on the left, and he's slightly back from the singer a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I would have pushed that out. He's back here for the main part of the song, but when he goes into that lead riff, I would have thrown him right out here in front.
I would have
bring
thrown
him up
right
here.
up front.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I can't say I'm going to jam it at the red light though.
Nope.
I got caught. Man, that's a shoe shuffler for me.
I'd have to fix the mix.
That's a shuffler. I got caught dancing.
I mean, for me, if anybody just so happened to glance at my video during that song, I was caught dancing.
Yes, you were.
But for me, it's one that I would jam to at the red light. I mean, it just has that feel to it, and yeah, we'll talk about that later, TC. But I loved it. I agree that I think the vocals could be just a tad hotter to bring him out just a little bit more, and especially on those guitar licks, bring that out a little bit more. But otherwise, I loved it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
iPod.
Honestly,
I'll wait for you, TC.
I'll go for it. It's iPod. Yeah. But I want to fix the mix.
I'm going to hang with TC on this. I've got to fix the mix. But
good song.
Incredible song. And I'm going to have to say it's a chick flick night, because I could play that for the lady. And damn, that's a fun song.
I've hit a few heart buttons on SoundCloud tonight.
I'll support you on that, Brian. Definitely a chick flick too.
Yep.
From where I'm coming from.
A couple of chick flicks, a couple caught dancing, and a couple jamming at the red light, see? Or tablet tracks, rather. A couple tablet tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'd jam that.
On the sexy night.
I don't know whether I'd jam that, but I definitely struck down Broadway to it. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. It does. It's got us strut.
Get the motion.
Broadway show tune.
You can't help but click to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that face that kind of turns up on the song. I don't know. I can't floor it at all, to be fair. I like it subtle. I like its the little bits of organ and the little twerks in the background are just so nice.
Mm.
Good stuff. And TC, hey, you can use that one for your cats over there when you're trying to teach them backbeat.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be that.
I mean, that just
Huey Lewis
that just brings
stuff,
it
the Huey
right out.
Lewis thing.
Brings it right out.
That track's got soul, brother. It's got soul.
Good stuff. Good stuff from Frank VL. Easy Money and Frank
we kind of like your
music.com. VIELE. Frank VL. Thank you very much, Frank. We appreciate you sending it over and look forward to hearing some more. This episode of Mid-10 Live is brought to you by Hangout Records, showcasing the musicians of Google Plus in open mic style hangouts on air.
I want to give the monologue for this introduction.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hell.
May I? Oh, we're already recording. Yeah, we are. I see the button.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as Mid-Tennessee Listens, we get the privilege of actually listening to artists, and they send in their songs, and we give a fair review, sometimes critical, sometimes raving, like the last track that we had. But this time we have a special pleasure. We have actually the artist in our audience, in the conversation with us, Mr. J.T. Hollis, with one of his songs, Last Call at Nashville Dave's, that we're going to give you a listen to, and then see if we either rip him apart and feed him to the lions, or we put him on a pedestal, see what happens.
Are we all ready?
Are we ready?
I've got it.
I got it.
You forgot the Let's Hit Play business.
No, I haven't. I was waiting until everybody got ready. Are we ready? Let's hit play.
Let's go.
Just down the road, right around the bend, sits a little place I bet you never been. Everyone is welcome, no one is turned away. There's a party going on each and every day until it's last call at Nashville Days. The party's going strong as the band begins to play.
Now this is bar music.
Around and
Well, yeah, you think?
last call at Nashville Days.
This is JT we're talking about.
Come on now.
No, I mean that in a good way. It's like I'm ordering another beer right now.
Well, you better show up early, 'cause it's the place to be. They got the best bands in town, the cover's always free. They'll play your favorite song as you dance the night away until it's last call at Nashville Days. Well, it's last call at Nashville Days. The party's going strong as the band begins to play. One more round as the clock runs down, and it's last call at Nashville Days.
JT, don't take this wrong, but I hear a much better version of Dumas Walker.
They got hillbillies, rednecks, and all in between. Ice cold beer and the pool is always free. The band
I like free pool tables.
cause we like it that way, and plays till last call at Nashville Days. Well, it's last call at Nashville Days. The party's going strong as the band begins to play. One more round as the night winds down, 'cause it's last call at Nashville Days. Well, it's last call at Nashville Days. The party's going strong as the band begins to play. One more round as the night winds down, 'cause it's last call at Nashville Days. Hey, waitress, can we get another round? That's it, boys. We out of here.
Nice ending. Am I going to let anybody go ahead of me here, or what?
Probably not.
I'm just going to interject to a slight point. I can appreciate the musicianship and obviously not too bad production, solos nice, I just have a pet hate for country music, and I'm really sorry. I just can't gel with it.
It's for some, it's not for others. I understand that.
Yeah, there are two genres that I can't deal with, and that's country and opera. I just can't.
I got to say one thing. Tonight's the first time I've seen Christine smile while she was listening to a song.
Well, I mean, and you know, I'm not a huge country music fan, but I do like some country music songs, and I actually used to hang out in country music bars, and I was two-stepping and stuff like that. And I mean, I could totally see everybody singing along to the song in a bar at last call, definitely.
Yeah, that's where this one's at. The crash ride cymbal is like over here.
Beautiful, man.
Hit me in the left ear. Bring it out around a little bit more. That's the only thing that stuck out to me as the crash ride was way over here on the, and just bring that out here. And I think everything sits well in the mix. It's bar music.
It was fun too. I mean, the kind of country I don't, you know, you think of the my husband left me or my wife left me and my dog's dead and the truck's broke down, and you know, this was much more fun.
You know, you play that backwards and you become a Republican.
Wow. Good to throw in.
Oh. That's possibly one of the funniest things I've heard all year.
Play country backwards, you become a Republican.
No, you
I
get
liked it.
your house back, you get your dog back, your truck starts.
That's where I was going.
So Aaron hasn't said nothing. What do you think, Aaron?
I actually like the tune. I really enjoy listening to your music and watch you develop as an artist. The song San Antone, right? You also have a song called San Antone, right? Or what's
Not San Antone.
Anyway, no, I did like the track, and I really like your style of country tunes. Not really a big country, you know.
Gonna be home soon.
Yeah, gonna be home soon. I'm not a big country fan. I'm more of, you know, the old outlaw country, like Willie Nelson, you know.
This kind of has an early George Strait feel to it.
Yeah.
Love George Strait, like these old, you know, the people that have been around and have gained respect, you know, like the George Straits and those guys. So, yeah, good job, man.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
It reminds me of old Kentucky Headhunters when it first starts out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got that Dumas Walker feel. You've got that same.
Yep.
Going.
Kentucky Headhunters were a big influence. I mean, that was one of the things that I liked about the song when it was brought to me. It had that good feel to it.
Yeah, which I liked. I mean, but you brought a new twist to it, and it was a much more advanced twist than what Kentucky Headhunters ever did, which I liked a lot more.
Go.
You did a good job.
I really like the
awesome.
hook of, really like.
I liked it. I really liked it. I could see myself dancing on the floor to it and then running up to the bar saying, "No, one last one. Not now."
Yep, I would dance to it.
And the hook, it keeps you interested, you know. It keeps you wanting to listen to more. So, and that's important in a tune is the hook, because that keeps people listening.
Song's got pretty good balance to it. I just have a pet peeve about cymbals being so far out on the edges. That's the only thing, because it pulls you. It'll pull you from one side. I mean, the song becomes unbalanced, and you get this physical, actual sensation of when that cymbal's being, you know, riding on that crash ride, and it's just kind of pulling on you. Bring it out a little bit more in the mix, where if it came out here a little bit to the front left, where there's some more balance in the mix, and that would fix everything. Take it down a notch, so it's not so sizzly.
Okay.
Well, I hear what you're saying, TC, and this is one of the few times I'm going to disagree with you, because
Go right ahead.
The way that this song is trying to be played late at night, JT, correct me if I'm wrong, but I hear this as a bar closing song.
Oh yeah.
And dude, people are leaning left and right anyway.
They're listing. They're listing at this.
This is one to
point.
see if we can make them actually fall over. You know?
Let's see if we can make them fall over. Ride that cymbal all the way out there, bro. I'm sorry. And TC, I don't normally disagree with you, but
No, you don't. No, you don't. And so I got to give you credit for that one.
but
But-
this one time playing this at the bar closing, let's see if we can get these people to fall over. I'm sorry. What do you think, Brett?
He's speechless again.
Again.
Well, let's see, JT. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you with the same thing I did last time. I want you to work on your phrasing some more.
All right.
Just a little tight. A couple word choices here and there could be rearranged. A couple emphasis on a couple syllables could be rearranged just slightly, and nothing major. You know, everybody keeps going to the closing the bar down performance. If you gave this very same performance halfway through the night at the bar, I wouldn't have noticed anything. But I'm listening with critical ears at the moment. So I'm hearing a couple phrasing issues, but you're not trying to do things that you're not capable of. So good on you for that. You're adventurous. You put in extra words that, you know, sometimes your phrases have a lot of words in them, and that's adventurous, but you're capable of them. So
Brett just made a
good there.
very, very good point. Is that the idea of musicians doing stuff they can't do, that they're not actually capable of or have the knowledge of? I mean, if you push yourself to challenge yourself to do something a little bit out of your reach, that's one thing. It makes you a better musician. But when you do stuff that you're not qualified to do, that you don't have the music theory or the knowledge, key changes and other stuff, that when you really want to reach out there, you learn how to do it first before you go trying it, because you can ruin the stuff that you're doing. You ruin
Right.
yourself.
All right. So I got to give JT props, because he's real good about knowing what he's capable of or ready to step up to. And I've been listening now, 3 or 4 years now. We've been hanging out and sharing tunes together, and I always enjoyed.
It's like a 10% rule.
So yeah, I mean, good stuff.
That's what you're able to do.
Good stuff. Definitely ready for some performance. Song wise, catchy wise, radio wise, yeah, it could go somewhere. You could do something with it.
I'd hear it on a Dallas radio station.
You could hear it. Well, yeah, and there's a lot of stations in the North Texas area that play lots of independent country music. That, I mean, stuff you don't hear anywhere else, and I could hear it all over these stations out there. You know.
Yeah.
So good stuff, man. Definitely good stuff. I got it stashed on the tablet.
Yeah.
What?
I'm with you.
What? I'm just gonna break the mold here, just because I'm in the Iowa. I would jam that at the red light just to piss everybody.
I would too.
And you would.
I'd jam it at the red light too.
They'd get played at my backyard party at the barbecue.
Oh hell yeah!
And then we got Tiz over there, wouldn't even let the dog download it.
I'm not that bad. To be honest,
I'll
I'd
invite
stash it
Tiz
on
to
the
my
tablet.
barbecue.
I'd stash it on the tablet, not for my own use, but I could play that to 70 billion trillion. I've said the word billion a lot during this, but I could play that to a lot of people that
Biscuits
would
a lot too.
definitely enjoy it.
Biscuits.
So not one for you, but ones that you'd play for others. And you know, that means, for me, the fact that, you know, you not being a fan of country music, but actually liking the song enough that you would download it and play it for other people means a lot.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that would enjoy that massively, and like I said earlier, production-wise, I agree. Bring this cymbals back in, but mash them up for drunk people, because that's always fun. But yeah, I can't see many flaws in it. I'm not a country connoisseur, as it were. So, but I could play that to loads and loads and loads of people. We do have quite a strong country following with XRP. And in fact, I toured Amelia Scarlese, which was a country artist in the UK over from the US. So, and you'd have fit in perfectly with that tour. Perfect.
Very groovy all around. So good stuff.
Good
And
vibe,
it's
yeah.
been a good night. Some great tunes.
Yeah.
I don't think we found anything to really complain about at all tonight. What a shame. Rats. Hate when that happens. Great stuff. Good songs from everybody tonight. Great list of stuff. But 10 Ton Man, Zug the Friendly Orc, Farah, Frank Viel, and JT Hollis.
Actually, Frank Viel, Easy Money, and JT's Last Call, they could be played back to back
Yes, they could.
in a playlist. That would work.
I think the whole thing works in a playlist for me. We've got it in a playlist actually over here on SoundCloud somewhere. I'll go through and figure out which ones are private tracks and have to go away and which ones can stay, and then make the list public with those that can stay. Thanks to everyone that sent in their music tonight. This has been Mid-10 Listens, episode number 84. We have now reviewed 51 songs live in a matter of 8 weeks. Wow, this is getting fun, more fun every week. Thank you, June Gall, JT Hollis, TC Dean, Tiz Shiver, Christine DeGruff, Brian Duckman, he can't spell, and Aaron Young, and Jeffrey Hellman, who has joined us last second. What a great night.
At the very last minute.
All
Been looking
Glad you
confused.
could make it, Jeffrey, and we'll see you all again next week.